Let's jump straight into our second map of the series. VP lead against the Falcons sideball. They collapse on Anubis like they did earlier on. S1mple's going to collapse Electronic first up here towards mid. The pistol's gone off to a very quick start as VP's T side tries to take initial control. It's a 4 versus 4 established weg.
VP slow the round down, and Falcons actually don't have anyone on A. They've got all of these aggressive players that came from both main and from Electric that are maintaining canals. And now it's just going to be a search of information on where are VP actually going. Are they pressing into camera? Are they backtracking towards top mid? Or are they going Temple and CT?
It's Temple for now, eventually extending out towards CT. Let's see if Magis can cut them off. He's back towards Beat and starting to work his way forward. VP have all their backs turned at this moment. Flitz being wary of that contact, and eventually actually Magis isn't even going to continue with this backstab. He's focused on that B bomb site instead. Madden and Dupree ready to receive them. USPs cross-firing. Madden's going to get picked up first. Dupree seeing heads, but only taking tags, only taking quick body shots. JM takes a headshot back on Snappy to respond up soon. 4 versus 2. VP are the ones in full control. Magis can't do anything, and neither can Dupree.
Actually felt as if the B players were kind of caught sleeping. You have a crossfire being set outside of main and towards Electric, and Snappy had cleared up all of back mid, so the only place they really could be was CT or Temple, and instead both of the B players just get annihilated on first contact.
Positive headshot for S1mple. Falcons ultimately conceding this pistol with particular ease when VP was able to run him down. And T-side success. Let's get off on the right foot to start off this map up. Falcons back on the force buy like they did in the first map as well.
And VP are bringing weapons up and not bringing the MAC-10s. Looking into straight rifles means that you're not only prioritizing the lack of economy growth, but you're prioritizing strength in the force buy rounds. Falcons evade that HE in from the mid door. Snappy wants to still get aggressive behind the smoke, though.
S1mple's Deagle instead that fights first. Flit or off towards canals. Fame is not going to be too willing to keep too far forward towards it. Instead, they do fight on Snappy, and Snappy only doing damage towards Electronic. S1mple will try answer back, but very little will be seen by the man. They will take their mid presence, and Madden can't do much to receive against it other than put utility down and hope for the best.
Very similar to the pistol, just exploiting mid-space with plenty of options. Now, with that re-smoke down, it will stall for time, but they want to try and get set to go through camera.
Magis flash blinded, good counter flash there against the CT side, and Magis gets the kill on towards Norbert, so advantage for the time being. Madden's going to follow up with his Deagle out. Electronic forced to get 2 kills back. Sights open. S1mple still lurking close though, and both individuals are tagged here for VP. This Deagle does not need the headshots, but it does need to connect a shot, which James cuts out before he gets a chance to do so. Dupree coming in with the SMG, and they quickly recognize the best bet is to go back for the counter rotation. Dupree will try and give chase though. They gave the information up, so he'll be there on the B site to hold them off.
They might be able to deny Electronic as soon as he gets site access.
15 seconds as well. That would force James in a very awkward position. Dupree being checked. The riflers, I think, have spotted. No, they haven't. He doesn't get the kill against James with the cross. And James allowed to reface for the quick returning frag. 5 points of health of difference in that round, but it's a round that goes the way of VP again.
S1mple just gets impatient, doesn't he? On that rotation out from heaven, rather than holding the sight line, he overpeaks. And that's where James just capitalizes on the kill. Very difficult 2v1, because it's well read by the movement there from Dupree to get back out to Temple. You've got 2 players on low HP. So while it was a threatening round, I would be disappointed if I'm Falcons not to win it.
It's damage with the pistols. Could have been so much more. With the force buy in mind, of course, VP can recover this economy damage if they just get away pretty clean. There are upgrades, of course, in those Deagles still left for them, but not quite as supported by utility or not supported by Kevlar.
And I don't have a huge amount of faith for VP on this map after seeing what I saw against OG earlier on today.
Yep.
After seeing how weak their Anubis has looked in recent history. But if it is a good start for them on T-side, there's going to be leverage on map number 2.
I think we've discussed how T-side of this map is, and if it's weakened for you, if it's not a map you win all that often, then you are looking towards this first half as being the main basis for any level of success. Find no success in the pistol basis. They're doing some damage towards Flit and Fame, so maybe some trades could come out, maybe some damage could be done. dupreeh can't hit the kill shots on Flit. Magic can take Electronic down with one good headshot and tag up James. Eventually take that kill against him. So again, they are working down VP as much as possible, but they don't hit more killing blows. 1v3 for s1mple now. Adjustments towards Norbert. Sent back towards camera as they try and just focus him down. Eventually he gets one decent shot on Fame, so it will be 3 more casualties to add to the expense and bomb drop for the time being, but Norbert is still going to lock in the round.
Now, when I actually scout VP in the last few months, you realize that they're playing hardly any online tournaments. It's just LAN after LAN. The one online tournament they did play was the Blast Showdown. And to be fair to them, Jay, opening game, round of 16, was up against Zero Tenacity, and they beat them at 13-11 on Anubis. Now, you and I, we cast a lot of the Tier 2 teams. Zero Tenacity in the conversation of one of the very best Anubis teams that we have in Tier 2. So, I'm now looking at this as an online format with a chance of playing the map again. We actually might see more success from on VP because of the atmosphere.
And they lead for the time being, the 3-0 start. And Falcons face them with a gun by Orp on s1mple towards mid. James also out there in mid. No shots land from either player. James only now starting to make his way up to a fragging angle as he sees one, or doesn't see one CT. Snappy diving away from camera before he can get spotted. Flash is starting to get sent down so they can start to take more mid presence. 2 of them to keep them blinded. Counter smoke has got to come out for the captain.
And they can just cancel here. You've got all of this mid space for free. You've got a lurker in top mid with the bomb. You've got a lurker outside A. I'm actually surprised how much VP's mid space has just been brute forced. We're never even seeing much of a contact in mid from Falcons.
Into Electric, they look to start peeking in. James is going to still hold that mid presence. Sure that there is no pushes or backstabbers for the Falcons side. Instead, it's down to the mid defenders where Madden is good to open up the round. Low HP, however. Utility sent in towards Cliff. He's able to line up a second kill alongside the free support. James will find Magic in the meantime, but it's a 4 versus 2 still that favors the favors the Falcons side, I should say. Rotation still going to come through from the AWP to support Flit on a split back in towards the bomb site. Seeing nothing as of right now. Falcons having to play hidden because they got time with them or on their side. Flit moves up finally, isolates dupreeh, sees that AWP, can't quite take him, has to prioritize that bomb plant, and Madden in a panic runs right into James. They sprung the trap, 2 versus 2, and James backs away for the post plant.
Now, Flint's even got a flash for the late round. This is so workable in the 2v2. s1mple's going to be wary about coming out of CT on that engage against the AWP in B main.
The one worry for James is that he wonders if there's a backstab coming, and they're moving onto the bomb site now. Flit not finding Snappy. The AWP is s1mple moving up to watch off for Flit's position. Knows that he must be Electric, starts moving in for an AWP battle, and lands it with a no-scope. Flit now to peek up towards the defuse being held by Snappy. s1mple's got the angle on mark, and holds his double kill for Falcons' first round.
Now, I can sit here, Jay, and say that was a really good retake from s1mple, but that was also a 4v2 when the bomb shouldn't have even gone down. From a stylistic point of view, that's almost atrocious that they allow VP back into the round there.
I'll say a good retake for s1mple, a bad retake for Falcons. So is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, it wasn't even the retake, though. It was just the side holds.
Madden and dupreeh kept it all together initially. Over fighting that eventually led to that 2 versus 2 situation. At least with the damage being done in the previous rounds, Falcons' 1-round win is going to put economy down deficit on the VP side. A hero rifle dropped off the Flit for this round, and Glocks on everybody else.
The VP have shown, even on map number 1, how much Flit can do with this hero rifle. Unfortunately, with the pressure from both mid-window and from Electric, you've got to worry about 2 positions at the same time, and it means that Flit can't do anything.
He'll fight as best he can, dish out damage to dupreeh, but it's a kill against him and a rifle lost in no man's land to Virtus.Pro. And even if they do get it, no Kevlar available to them. Aim punches are going to become a factor for the fights. It's just not great on these circumstances. Norbert will pick up the gun. In the end, we'll start to work up canals with it. How much impact can he find?
Well, with no one having any armor, probably none at all. Might be able to try and get 1 kill on a bomb site, but it's unlikely. And if you just take tomorrow, Jay, it will be Flit's anniversary of 3 years on Virtus.Pro.
Well, no reason to celebrate for round 5. Norbert actually does force out the kill on dupreeh. Line up, damage done, eventually done towards Madden. The bombs on site. The USP is pulling in the kills against them. Electronic takes one more player with him and might just sneak in the cash bonus of the plant. Going into the rifle, though, has cost him his life. The S1mple Zorp peeks up, gets the shot quickly to the head, and holds the round together for Falcons.
And it would be nice to see this rivalry build between not only Falcons and VP, but Electronic and S1mple, because we've seen quite a lot of head-to-heads between these two squads, but now with S1mple being brought into the roster, it makes you wonder how many more head-to-heads you're going to get. And both of those guys were teammates from, what, November of 2017 to May of 2023, won the Stocko Major. Long-time teammates and now enemies against one another.
Weakened weapons for Virtus.Pro here, and Electronic is suffering to one of those. A Galil for him and Fame. The only true rifles are James Zorp and Norbert's AK. S1mple Zorp going to challenge James as well. Electric. Ooh, shot baited in just by a slither worth of pixels. Molotov's against Dupree. Is going to force him to back off. He doesn't use his smoke. He doesn't need to. The nades don't go deep on Electric either, so Virtus.Pro prodding away at the Falcons.
S1mple's not overextending the angle. We've seen targetization out on this B bomb site. I haven't seen many A hits recently. The AWP's finally going to over-rotate away, but Dupree is not giving up on Electric. He is still maintaining the position.
Another HG coming into Flit. Damaged up by the incendiary, of course, using that smoke, giving up his position. Madden now starts to press towards the man as well. A Tech 9 in his hands. Fame better be watching this angle. He's sat in this corner as well. VP have absolutely no idea. Flick, not an inkling. Eventually will get seen, but Madden's done so much there with the kill and nearly a second on Fame. 28 points of FL for the 4 versus 4. Flashed in against Dupree. Dupree just dives right out of there. And Fame still swings for the secondary pick. Norbert goes down instead towards S1mple. Reface Flick doesn't quite land. Electronics closing in from main. So actually, VP have forced them out here. They need to prioritize that plant.
Now, Snappy's hoping for a fight, but at the moment, none of the T-side are over-peaking.
No utility available for Falcons. Jay missing a flick, and now it's on Fame and Electronic. Fame is low, barely seen by Snappy. They get his kill now. It's all Electronic to clutch this. He holds on to one pick. Needs Magics to fall, but no. The AK goes one better than the Galil, and Falcons are all squared up.
Jane will be kicking himself because he knows he should be winning that fight against the CT player. He knows that if that AWP just pins that one good fight, it's a completely different round. Now, this is another one where the B side is looking very weak from Falcons. You've got good flash play, Fame coming in, S1mple being swarmed from both Jail and Electric, and then Snappy just catching enough vision on the bomb planter's back, and that allows Falcon to get up to 3.
And Virtus.Pro to be left back with no money here. Can only afford the half buy on the T side. Tech 9s for 4, Deagle for Jame. Thunderpick gods still favour them at this moment in time. By virtue of their map advantage, you can expect that Falcons are making a good go of the CT side. And well, VP, we mentioned how important the T side might well be to them. Every round that Falcons take away is going to be one less on the favoured half. They are going in for the B execution pretty quickly with utility set as well.
Yeah, Snappy with a flash plate. They've got 3 on B, so it's a good setup from Falcons.
Flash is over. Madden trying to suppress 2 players out in the open. Forced on by Snappy. A kill gets found. Dupree starts making his way in from Electric and lock on the 2 players. Triple also held in. Bomb dropped. No chance for Virtus.Pro here. Falcons will take the lead. And Jame, he needs to go down for the money bonus because the Eagle's going to be useless to him.
And I wouldn't even say that Anubis is the best map in the pool right now from Falcons. They pick a lot of Dust 2 in best of 3s, and they've really been enjoying their nuke as of late. Vertigo is sort of maybe the close third, and then Anubis only gets picked depending on the opposition. Now, they played it in their opening game against 3D Max, and the French are one of the very best Anubis teams that we have in Tier 2. But knowing that VP struggle on this map, and after the result they had against OG, there is no surprise that Anubis got picked in the veto.
Trying to punish that Virtus.Pro collapse. They've allowed a much earlier secure of momentum for the Falcons side. Up at the advantage for what feels like the first time in the series. Brought the 3 on the board. VP, of course, were building into their rifle buys because it was only a half invest in the last. The AKs will be out for everybody. Falcons on to potentially take 6 with this round win.
Yeah, we've seen the AWP from s1mple not quite get many contacts in these last couple of rounds. Snappy spammed up in mid, down to half HP before he can even really give himself a clean fight. Oh, and there it is. Straight spam.
Electronic catching him. Favoritism towards the T side as a result. With just that one pick, Falcons offering up very little else elsewhere. You've got a couple of prods, particularly towards the A-bomb site, where Fame's about to receive s1mple and Magisk. AK held towards the water corner here. Falcons are not going to overextend. He's hoping they make their way out of main. They're not going to do that.
A VP slow the round down with some retaking nades towards A main. Now that's just going to drive s1mple away from the position. Now it seems to be a regroup out to B. You've got a very good timing of Electronic. He has all of mid by himself.
Even thinking about pushing this smoke into Temple, perhaps. VPs are so aggressive towards these main entries, and with Flit and Norbert finding Madden and decisive overextending, those 2 kills will open up the B bomb site. There is nothing left for Falcons in this round. It's a loss.
Problem is, I'd normally say you should go hunting, try and drop the CT players. There isn't a huge amount of cash in the reserve. You do have Electronic in a strong position, same for Fame. It's just how much guts they actually want to put towards it. Now that Magis has dropped, they'll know that the AWP is the last one left.
s1mple 1 versus 5. Players coming in towards Temple, Fit to swing, catch him as his head's turned away for just a moment. Almost timed it well, but didn't quite get it. The AWP can also get recovered for free on VP, so no need to buy that into the next round. Swap those guns about, a little bit of confidence posted up for them. Need to keep that confidence going for the rest of the map.
There's definitely something that Pashnoi or Jabe have looked at and say, we want to hit the B-bomb site as frequently as possible against Falcons, whether it's maybe a bit of a counter, an anti-prep, because it might be 4-4, but the bomb site does look quite weak, and VP just keep exploiting.
And Falcons start to have money limits of their own here. SMGs for 3 players on the rebuy. s1mple can still afford the AWP. Needs to be the supportive element of the B-bomb site, the back site held by him. SMGs are close towards main and electric. VP happy to play this slow, and not too shocking that they are. Spread out, look for someone to overextend again.
Flit's going to get burned out into the open. Needs to get some help from Norbert.
Pixels away from being damaged. The Pre's HE is going to come through against him. It doesn't quite get all the damage there. Not the best of angles, as they do consider prods from Norbert as well.
All of this distraction, though, I will say, Jay, towards B. Look at what they're doing on A and mid. They're being active because of it.
Well, Fame finding the kill on Snappy is going to get the man advantage. Flash turned away from the SMG start facing, but still able to deal with Dupree. Norbert struggles to get the close range man. s1mple can support from that backline, eventually turn it into a single man advantage for Virtus.Pro, and they are tagged up heavily on Flit and Fame, so that could be some options available for trades, and indeed, Magic's going to take one of them.
Now that's unfortunate because Fame is already on fairly low HP trying to go in for that fight. Seems as if VP wanted to backtrack into mid, maybe A split. They're now going to double pump, and what they'll realize in this exec is that there's actually no one really on B to defend. s1mple is on the backside. They're lucky that there's no Molly on the T side.
A flash and a HE is all they have available for Flit here. They walking their way up. Electronic scene, s1mple, good shot. Second player still to face here. Flit's going to hold his nerve. Player close to Jay, making a ton of noise. No scope doesn't connect, and the AK will turn back. Madden's SMG still has Flit low HP. Running in against the bomb planter, though. He's defenseless, and that's enough there with no time left on the clock. Falcons let it run all the way. Too slow for Virtus.Pro.
Well, I disagree on that one, Jay. I think it's just been a couple of missed kills, isn't it? Remember back to James' missed AWP shot against the CT player. If Flit wins that fight with the AWP, it's a 2v1 in a post plant and an instant save. So I don't think it's an issue with them being slow or running the clock. They're just slightly missing out on these timings of making the kills work.
That's good. Falcons' first tactical of the game. VP took none of them in the last map. Falcons took all 3 of theirs. Up in the lead. But still being tested. Both economies have been stressed. Damage done towards Virtus.Pro in their starting stances. Falcons Even that last round lost a number of players. Money's still good enough for VP to get the rifles back in across the 4 players that fell. The AWP staying up for James, of course, saved the previous round. S1mple having his to play with, but SMG's on Dupree to really highlight how weakened this economy is for Falcons at the moment. And this round 10, is a swing.
CT's very defensive on mid once again. They've got the AWP from S1mple playing out from camera. You've got the in-game leader as a bit of a rotator in from Temple. VP would be loving to exploit a bit of an opening kill towards that A area, getting the util down from Fame. MP9 is going to clear out all of this retaking space in Dark.
The bomb holds itself towards the stairs over at the water position. The Magic's trying to see if he can aggress ahead of these smokes, hoping that he can catch players that have pushed in towards main, but he's unsuccessful in finding much. They'll know that he's also pushed up, so VP may be wary of this and will be attempting to try and count for an aggressive player.
They're still going to lurk outside B, so they don't have to commit A at all.
Smokes against Electronic, though, will make sure he can't see anything inside of the bomb site itself. He'll just have to make noise. One player to defend the A site. Electronics walk right with the smoke! Oh, the 2 kills coming for him as well! That baits the 3rd player in this 3 versus 4. Snappy now towards the B site. Madden's got to do this all his lonesome. The rotations will be so slow from the CT forces, and Fame's going to pick him up. Oh, Electronic. Play of the round. Play of the map.
Well, it makes you wonder, what are they holding on B? They've got 3 players on B, and the only 2 avenues to get into the bomb side is main and dark. And he's been able to somehow, what, walk through the main smoke? Yeah, okay, it's gimmicky, okay? You don't expect someone to walk through the smoke, but what, it's just not going to be hold?
The real smoke criminal. An advantage for Falcons disappears before their very eyes.
I wonder if it was a scope maybe from S1mple sort of re-scoping in on the double to look into dark, and that's what gave the sound cue for Electronic to say, okay, the AWP's posted there, that's where I can walk.
VP battling back from the deficit to even up again. 5-all is the score. The Falcons just took a tactical timeout to get backhanded like that. Watching again from this perspective, how quickly he's able to adjust towards S1mple is lightning fast.
The problem that Falcons have on their map pick, Jay, is they just don't look threatening at the moment. Even the rounds that they've been winning have been 2v2s, not mass players staying alive, which, first off, means that the economy is constantly going to be shattered if you're losing rounds. You're constantly going to be on weakened weapons. But also, it doesn't give a huge amount of confidence to the team in setting a good example of a strong scoreline, giving yourself a step up in performance, moving into that decider of Dust 2. I am concerned from what I'm seeing from Falcons.
They're getting increasingly concerned again. Tactical taken 2 rounds in a row. Forcing back into the 2 rifles saved, an SMG on 2 players, a 5-7 for Madden. VP hunting for the half, can take 7-5 at the turn if they can just not bottle against these Falcons defenders. Free, holding electric initially, James AWP scoping through, hoping that he's on an aggressive angle, he's passive towards the right-hand side, still James hits the shot.
Well done, and now VP can just stall. They can slow the round down, they can maybe try and bait in some over-aggression. You've got a couple of individuals that can work mid, you've got Fame outside of A, so a lot of space is generated from VP.
Swing in for Madden, completely dry. Flip's going to get that kill easy. Snappy will try trade back and holds on to 2 returns. He's low HP and giving Electronic a kill back towards mid. Meanwhile, isolates the A-bomb site defender of S1mple, the AWP. Now to solo hold himself this time, but not receiving any more VP presence. They are spread out, need to regroup and reconsider how they're going to hit.
It's a very weird contact into Electric. First off, they've got a flash and they don't use it. And then secondly, there's just separation between Snappy and Madden. They don't peek as 2 to retake the space.
And 25 seconds left for Virtus.Pro. Electronic specifically to recover a kill in from mid, but now 2 kills to final of the turn. He will get S1mple, and know that S1mple was back towards that B bomb site. 1 versus 1. Rotations haven't been found yet, but Electronic is wary. The plant is down to the back sites.
And this is now mind games on where each other are going to reposition to.
No noise given up by S1mple. Electronic, back turn, and S1mple's going to get him real easy, real quick. Falcons will get to minimum 6.
S1mple has shown in these late round AWP sequences where he doesn't have a teammate in sight that he can deliver mass impact. That was a clean multi-frag. It wasn't easy at all. Quick scopes and quick kills initiate Falcons to get up to 6.
Hitting the half limit, VP were on the chance to get the 7-5. Falcons now going to attempt their go at it. States still looking okay for both sides. They have been stressed, but not perfect. Tech 9 for Norbert, SMG for Madden. The Falcons. Opening CT half advantage. VP can only do 6 apiece.
VP will be disappointed from the scoreline perspective that they haven't pressed for more, that they haven't been able to take a lead moving into the second. Falcons have at least got a decent amount of rifles to back up that AWP, considering it was just a 1v1 situation in the end there. Now, Virtus.Pro haven't taken much of a contact early on. They are taking mid quite easily, because again, never much of a contact from house or the doors. S1mple in basically the same position as the AWP as he was in the last rounds.
Two defenders on the site, including the man himself, S1mple. Utility hold out. The HE will land towards Electronic. Reveal him not all the way to S1mple, though. Electronic hugs the right-hand wall, so harder cover, protected for the time being, forcing the fight on S1mple. Just back doors, the damage done towards S1mple. Fame has got to get that returning kill. A 4 versus 4. And S1mple on half HP has got to back up and wait for backup to arrive.
There's just nothing to work with on the retake at all. At least S1mple's got a kill.
Flip found Norbert. AK on the stairs, hearing Madden rotating to position. 3 players total up in the heaven stances, and Dupree coming in from mid. Norbert trying to engage close range, seeing that gun barrel, but it's close enough. S1mple and most his way to the win. Madden's going to follow up onto Fame, and Jane is found in the AWP v AWP fight, and Falcons have the half at 7-5.
Now, I don't know, moving forward into this tournament, Jay, whether it's going to be Falcons winning games or S1mple winning games. He has won back-to-back rounds by himself. I'm looking at that retake in the 4v4 thinking, there's absolutely no util, there's a single flash, they've got a lack of kits, and you've got good post-bar positions coming in, but S1mple just gets 3 on the retake again.
He's really growing into the day. Some awkward shots here and there, but for the most part, I mean, you're right.
Definitely performed better in my eyes out here in the first half of Anubis than the first half of Mirage.
That's even considering the fact that the first map, he was still the top fragger of the board, or his team specifically. Finding that impact rating as well for the Falcons side. They have a CT advantage, and remember what we said earlier, Virtus.Pro may well be resting on that T-half to get them the majority of their presence here. As not to end up being the case. They have to move over to that defensive side. Very intense discussions from Jane. Want to avoid another embarrassing Anubis today.
Anything that looks slightly better than that OG performance would be a positive note, but it is a weakness moving forward for sure. Now, looking at their basis, I don't think they played particularly badly on their T side. I thought that they exploited some good mid rounds. They took a lot of space. They had some good lurks from Electronic and Fame towards both the B and A bomb sites respectively. The problem is that they struggled in the late round situation to really capitalize on rounds. And I would probably say that they could have pushed for 8, maybe 9 T rounds is a bit too much. Maybe 8 is a par scoreline of what was winnable and where chances were presenting. And going down at 5-7 in the end, you'll feel hard done by.
Hard done by or not, you have to deal with this situation. Down by 2, Pistols out for the second time in this map, our fourth time in this best of 3. Flitz firing away on first contact towards B main, opting not to take too much aggression. Madden in mid, meanwhile, faces into Electronic, doing some damage towards the man. Some damage is returned. No major advantages, no opening kills in the first 30 seconds of the round. Falcons slow it up.
You're getting VP being quite active in the rotations. A very heavy stack out on B with Electronic holding mid by himself, and Flitz spotting absolutely nothing in the canals.
Electric is a position now just being covered by Fame. It was undefended for a moment there. Magisk is going to start to contact and look in against them. Look at Flit's position inside of the smokes. Not required though. Jame and Fame come up with those picks. Magisk with one decent trade back at Electric's position. The C's continue to face in from main, trying to get through that smoke, but Flit continues to frag. Jame holds the back lines, and Virtus.Pro come out with a fairly confident pistol.
Well, I don't think you can blame Falcons there at all. You are running into a complete setup. You've got so many players out on the B bomb site, and not even all of them are actually fighting you. Flit is just maintaining that close cubby angle in the smoke. He eventually gets out from jail, and there's just players everywhere. Crossfires are so strong. That is a very easy round from VP to start the second half.
One more to make up.
And a force buy without a lack of real impact in that last round from Falcons.
Got the bomb plant bonus as well. Mac 10s, Tech 9s, Deagle. And to their credit, the upgrade pistols have done work for them on the CT side. I wonder if it'll be the same case for the T attack here. Straight into that B bomb site. Norba is solo on the bomb itself, or the site itself, but Flit outside towards Electric is still going to get his triple kill in. Snappy, Dupree, and Magisk on a choke point. Norba eventually comes in with his SMG kill, so no threats for Falcons here.
Flit is the lowest rated player on Anubis for VP in the last 3 months, and he has been farming a triple against the anti-force buy. Didn't even threaten himself in Electric.
Playing a good series overall for his side. Quadra in this round. Locked all elements in. Falcons could not generate anything with their upgrades. All 5 players maintain their lives on VP. And of course, the scoreline will even out as well, with the force buy also in mind. You're looking at ecos for the next. So once again, the series favourites by default will have a chance to gain the lead here on Anubis.
I'm going to ask you, Jay, with s1mple on debut, do you think it's excusable and acceptable for Falcons to not win a single map in the group stage?
I'm two minds on this one, honestly, because again, Ring Rust, I don't expect him to pop off, but he has certainly started to do extremely good things on as the day has progressed.
But is it not also just a team game, where it doesn't even matter if there's a new player? This is still a Falcons tier 1 team?
Yeah, it's a very tough one to answer, honestly, from my perspective at least.
No, it's not for me. I think it's completely unacceptable if they don't win a single map today.
Well, they struck down Flit to start things off in this round, so positives for Falcons in the kill department. And for a key fragger as well in this map, top of the board for his side, and not allowed to have any impact against the pistol players, although it's taken a lot of damage out of the Falcons board.
You're just retaking space here from VP, clearing out all of those cubby quarters in from mid, seeing if there's any aggressive lurk attempts. Norbert's going to maintain Flit's position here in Electric. Now, Falcons just need to try and see if they can one-for-one trade a few more of these CTs, because once a multi-kill happens, that's where you lose all your advantage.
Falcons forming up for the A split. Fame's going to be left all alone here and needing James to support the mid defense, because that's where the key threats are. If he can get this bomb to drop, it might just be enough. Footsteps are heard, and Famas and SMG combo indeed goes through them all. Bomb lost to Falcons. They will get trading back, but they have lost one more. Fame did get snappy on the way out of the round, and Magisk seen by James next up. The SMG burst fire will remove him from play. VP dealing with those threats well once again. Now have control of the matchup. Face the rifle buys of the Falcon side.
There's going to be pressure being brought on the shoulders of the in-game leader as Snappy to say, okay, we're up against a bit of a fight in the second half. We've now given up the lead. We're giving VP a decent amount of economy float to work with. We need to make sure that we're answering straight away. Otherwise, we could be looking down the barrel of, what, a 7-10 deficit?
I'll be short. We're right back into the thick of it. Falcons taking on Virtus.Pro now to try and even up this board. Trying to stay away on the T side of Anubis. Virtus.Pro, of course, leading on the map and leading on the series. Fade looks to lead the charge for the CT aggression. It's going to cost him. Snappy takes the opening.
A good opener. Wasn't pre-aiming out towards that right-hand side and gets punished for it. 2 mid players here from the CT side and might need to find a response onto Madden.
Fame fragged out first. Nothing more seen by them. They flashed their way forward towards mid. Look for a fight there from Electronic. And indeed, Madden's going to drop for that 1 kill. So the 4v4 is able to ensue. The T side now focusing on the A-bomb site. James is there to receive first shots on Snap. We got Electronic rotating in position as well. We're running out of ammo as James gets picked up. Electronic is lucky to be alive right now. And Flick comes in with bonus support to ensure that his main man is kept together. S1mple low. Dupree being heard in mid. And Flick lands that kill, making it 17 kills on his board. And VP should lock in the round with this.
Now, S1mple might be able to get the bomb plant on B, but what can he do after the fact? He's going to try and fake that he's driving into Electric, hope to force an over-rotation from the middle, water player down in A main, but it's just not coming at all.
Bunker down in the corner and save the gun. He's leaning into the A-bomb site and actually has been given free access to it, so a plant could get secured. But it's the retaking CTs that should overwhelm him very quickly here. Electronic peeks him, just not seen there. Footsteps heard, so they will be able to deny the bomb plant. Can they get the kill after time? It's possible for Nor, but doesn't quite like the spray. Head's just about given up by S1mple, and he does drop after time for Virtus.Pro. That is even more bonus.
And you'd be furious if you're Falcons, because you've actually got a freebie of an opening kill, haven't you? You've got Fame that just aggressed out to A main. You have Snappy on the other side that gets the opener, but what happens after it? You've got a little flash play into mid, a completely blind Madden, and then rotates just swarming into that camera area. Electronic, James, you have Flit that also comes in. A good work from VP to get bodies in position.
And take control of the situation once again. Falcons on the half-buy basis.
With a stop call.
With a stop call, yay.
They are extending out the series, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, by certain capacity, yes.
Yeah, they're hoping to survive. They're thinking if there's more time, there's more rounds. Instead, that's not the case.
I can only imagine that it's this player lagging issue on the Falcons camp that plagued us a moment ago.
Let's hope. Let's pray. Why has everyone actually thought that Falcons are the favorite in that matchup? That was actually wild to me.
I mean, I can't speak for everyone's opinion. I guess that they thought that the addition of S1mple was going to be enough to get them, you know, like a big boost of star power. And that's the more what I think the theory would be. But
against a rising team in Tier 2 that keeps qualifying to Tier 1 tournaments and is very consistent at this level online. Very weird.
That was my thought process, and very clearly your thought process as well.
That's why we're the Kings.
That's why they're in the winners match coming up after this one has concluded.
With a great draw against OG. I'm sure Macca and the boys will look at that and say prime position to go top seed.
Well, OG are still obviously in the winners match by virtue of their victory against Virtus.Pro. Let's see if there's any more surprises out of them later on tonight. Falcons have a surprise right here in round 17. Have opted to continue with their half-buy. Tech9's on 3, Deagle on 2. AK's on 2 more of Flit and Norbert, and they will try and lean into Flit specifically will try and lean into Electric. Peek out to the canals, see one player, just the one individual though. Going charging up, Flit stands his ground and gets his pick. Look back towards main. Good incendiary to cancel the quick hit to the Falcon side.
A great utility is Jim, baby. And Flit's gonna multi up again.
James lands an alt pick as well. Norbert's in support, and James doubles up towards the back lines. Nice and effective, nice and efficient, and as you would expect, the rifles trump the pistols on this day. There will be rifles out to play for Falcons all the same. But one of their last couple of chances to really get impact now on this second map. Looking at potentially another collapse from Virtus.Pro, considering that Anubis was so dire earlier on against 3D Max, of course. Against OG, rather, excuse me.
Well, I want to see Falcons just with a change of pace in a gun round. It's been so slow on this T side, and they're not reaping any rewards at all.
Swing forward for Flit. There's a bit more pace for the CT. Forces and a bust through to Dupree's double head roll against the main position. And easy pickings for Virtus.Pro. They are feeling fired up right now. Flit especially, 21 kills in this map.
And they're getting farmed in the second half. And something that should also be noted is that the economy's never been strong enough to get s1mple on the AWP. So what? No AWP for s1mple, we can't win rounds? Is that what we're going with?
Virtus.Pro running circles all over the Falcons' opposition. 5-on-3. Fame in support of Electronic, hearing footsteps coming, and they're going to let them cross out towards Electric. Isolate the bomb carrier, drop him. s1mple forced to fight alone, and TTs are backing up Electronic as well. B site positions, they hold their contact, crossfires up on top of the higher ground. Electronic can peek in, will get traded back by s1mple, who makes it a double. Now needs the ace to clutch this round, and Flit is closing in on him. Swing up towards the back site, a fight to a third pick. These 1v1s are starting to go s1mple's way. 45 HP to get 2 more heads.
And James watching out for Electric, and s1mple wants to fight him.
Shoulder not given enough for the AK. The AWP lands its kill, and s1mple will not escape with a clutch. Frustration for him and frustration for Falcons. Bomb plant bonuses will come in for the T side at least, but the retake success on VP will continue to push the scoreline up. 11-7. Money is still there. They have to buy back here.
Well, first off from Flit, I mean, how is Snappy just what? Not watching B main. He's just out in the open. His teammate doesn't trade him. I can understand why s1mple's frustrated. The basics just aren't even being developed properly. The Falcons have just looked dreadful on this T side, from a fundamental point of view to a capitalization on opening man advantages. A VP could very much well close out this last map of the second of what, a 13-7, go completely undefeated?
The Falcons would go completely defeated. Not a single map to be won if that happens for Virtus.Pro. Good shot from Jay. Madden down out towards mid. Fame to smoke off the initial incendiary, cancelling s1mple's attempted peek in from main. A site well defended. Flit's hoping for something more here at Electric. Not going to get given anything early. Players are firing back through these smokes. Electronics expecting someone to peek out the edge of the smoke, but no such aggression here from Falcons.
And you do wonder what has caused Madden to drop off, because not just in this best of 3, but in general, the change has been just magic. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a sec. s1mple is getting an opening kill out to Electric, but the rotates are pretty quickly. You've got one from Spawn and another one from Temple.
Incendiary's block him. He's on 43 HP. He can't afford the walk. The smoke start coming out towards James' position. He's going to have to use a HE to open up the angles. 2 of them, in fact, for the CT side. As James lands a shot on Dupree. Magisk has caught Electronic in the interim. It's 3 versus 3. Norbert seen one beyond that smoke. Hard that bomb getting tapped, and we'll know that Snappy has got to unstick it in order to try and fight against the man. Eventually will plant the bomb. The 3v2, the VP, they're going in real quick here. Norbert maybe a little bit too reckless. The flashbang through the smoke. Snappy's going to get credited with a kill. A follow-up not quite secured. Fame returns. It's Magisk alone. 1v2. 1 player 4 on. Both tank, but Fame's got a lot more HP over the Dane. Tapping that bomb once, a kit for him. Magisk to peek forward. The AK at the CT side to win the fight and bring home map and match point for Virtus.Pro. Elimination point for the Falcons.
Really well done from Norbert. Notice how he tries to go aggressive, gets that first kill with the pillar when the bomb is going down, and then just because of that fight, it takes Snappy off of the bomb. Watch it, he gets off. But instead of doubling up and searching for another fight, he just falls back and holds the number. Really strong clutch from Fame up against Magisk. And Virtus.Pro have just been pumping them in this second half.
Falcons need a hero, and right now there's only really one candidate for it. s1mple may have had an awkward first map of the day, but right now he's started to return to his old form.
Not only are we going down the pathway of not having a single map pick coming in from Falcons, or a single map, I should say, where are the double digits? Where are at least the competitive score lines?
Not seeing any right now. Tick, tick, tick. The timer in the background. Time running out on Falcons here. Need some heroic rounds. James, Orp set in towards mid already. Bomb carrier off to the right-hand side. S1mple attempted to get boosted, but Dupree gives him just a little bit of vision. A shot to land. A man advantage taken for Virtus.Pro already.
It's just simple mistakes costing them, isn't it, Jay? I mean, that one right there is just a boost. It's not even a contact. Opening kill for VP, and Falcons have been giving, especially in the last few gun rounds, so many opening fights. Finally, there's a spam back in mid, so S1mple can get a player towards House of Electronic.
4-on-4 established. Falcons try flash their way in towards main. S1mple providing the extra support for his teammates. You've still got Fame on the bomb site here, and he's got 2 players in mid to add support. Molotov's out from the T side will indicate that they have a lot of presence out here. Fame is holding for that corner wrap, waiting for Magisk and Madden to make their way in. Flashes will keep him blinded. The counter utility is there for the CT side, but there's more flashes involved here for the Falcons. Fame inside of that smoke, undetected, but eventually is found from beyond it. Magisk with a man advantage for his team. A 4-on-3 for the Falcons side. Bomb site taken, plant secured. VP questioning going in for this retake here. I mean, they've got cash available, so I want to see them do it, but now with Flip falling, it might be smart to hold on to the AWP here. Shot missed from James. Norbert does capture S1mple, aggressing straight in towards mid. It's still up by a player for Falcons. Norbert will grab the AK and save.
Well, finally, we get a response, and it comes to S1mple with the spam out from mid to transition that to a 4v4. We're just seeing so many B hits, one after the other. Finally, you get an A exec, and for Fame, he just doesn't get anything. Tries to re-smoke off the molly, play around his own smoke, gets spammed up in the process. But VP could look for exits and look to buy in the next round. Falcons, they've given themselves a first at least.
The first in the half. Nubis. Pretty late portions of the day, Falcons were able to get 7-5 return. Virtus.Pro have been all over them since.
Very rare, too, that you see, what, a 5-7 T-side half be translated into a map victory? Don't see that often in Anubis.
Here comes VP about to do it. And Falcons will feel underwhelmed. Elimination this early in the competition. On day 1 of the competition, HE sent S1mple's direction. Magic's going to catch some damage early. No significant damage early and no opening kills. With 3 players on this B side defensive. They are so ready for Snappy as well.
All about this first contact of an opening kill. S1mple trying to transition into searching for that start. Norbert's going to get a resmoke, but has to focus about Electric.
Kill against Dupree, double up is wonderful. Snappy's down as well. Bomb dropped and everything. And Lurker all the way on the other side of the map for Magic needs to come up and support Madden and S1mple. It's a 5 versus 3 for VP, and Falcons with no breathing room at all.
Great sequence from Norbert. Not easy to transition close behind the smoke and then out to Electric. Flint's even getting a boost up on the backside of Glyph. He's waiting to see when the T's are going to scale into jail.
The big old backstab of Magisk may have to be the hero-like play, although being watched by James AWP and from S1mple about to take contact to him. S1mple on the boost, didn't see anything. Magisk does get caught, now down to the main presence. Firing back, blind fire of James, not connecting, but we'll start to see presence. Madden's going to get caught by the AWP. 2 kills to Norbert, making it a triple on his contact kill. And there is it. Virtus.Pro take their series, stay alive here in Group A. The Falcons eliminated in dead last of the Thunderpick World Championship.